There are disappearances that feel chaotic, violent, sudden, and then there are disappearances that feel impossible. On September 20th, 2014, a 37-year-old nurse named Tammy Kingery walked out of her quiet South Carolina home in the middle of the day, leaving her phone, her keys, her purse, and a handwritten note behind. The house was locked, the road was empty, and Tammy was never seen again. What happened in the hours leading up to her disappearance created a mystery so bizarre, so atmospheric, that nearly a decade later, investigators and family members still struggle to put the pieces together. Tonight, we walk through this story, step by step, in the clearest, most factual way possible, while acknowledging the emotional weight that still sits heavy over the Kingery family. Because this case, it is a labyrinth of unanswered questions. Tammy Kingery was a mother of three, a nurse, a caretaker, a woman known for working long hours and putting everyone else first. Friends described her as warm and deeply devoted to her kids. Her coworkers said she was dependable, the person you called when a shift needed covering. But those close to her also say Tammy carried the kind of weight you don't always see from the outside. She struggled with anxiety, with bouts of depression, with exhaustion from working in demanding medical environments. And like many people juggling family, work, and stress, sometimes Tammy tried to push through it alone. On the morning of September 20th, her world looked ordinary, normal, routine. But before the day ended, everything would fracture. Tammy woke before sunrise. She wasn't feeling well, dizzy, nauseous, overwhelmed. Her husband, Park, later said it seemed like a bad cold or a wave of exhaustion. He suggested she rest. Tammy tried, but said she couldn't sleep. By late morning, she felt worse, so Park drove her home from where she'd been earlier that day. He helped her inside. She lay down on the couch. Around 10 a.m., he asked, "Do you want me to cancel the plans with the kids today?" She told him, "No, go ahead." She said she just needed to rest, just needed time. So he took their children out, small errands, a motorcycle ride, a typical Saturday routine. He expected to return to a quiet house. Instead, he returned to a mystery. When Park and the kids came home around noon, something immediately felt wrong. The house was locked from the outside. Inside the kitchen, on the counter, was a handwritten note, "Gone for a walk, be back soon." Tammy's phone? Still inside. Her purse? Inside. Her wallet? Inside. Her keys? Inside. Nothing taken, no sign of urgency, no trace of direction, just a locked door and a note. And that detail, the locked door, became the first strange pillar of this case. Because if Tammy walked out of the house, how did she lock the door behind her without her keys? To this day, that question has no confirmed answer. Park called Tammy's parents. They rushed to the home. Family began canvassing nearby roads and trails, places she walked before, long ago when she was younger. They called police. Deputies arrived. Within hours, the woods around their home were filled with searchers, ATVs, dogs, helicopters, mounted patrols, cadaver dogs, tracking dogs, volunteers, deputies, over 150 people searching. But the trail was ice cold. No footprints, no clothing, no sightings. It was as if Tammy had stepped off the earth. Investigators dug into Tammy's phone, looking for clues. There were messages from a longtime acquaintance, friendly, brief, not threatening, not romantic, not unusual. But earlier in the year, there had been communication with another man, someone Tammy had known for years. Investigators interviewed him thoroughly. He was cooperative, polite, he passed a polygraph, he was cleared. Text records suggested Tammy had been emotionally overwhelmed in the weeks prior. There were signs she needed space, signs she might have felt trapped between responsibilities and exhaustion, but nothing suggested she planned to disappear, especially not without her wallet, her ID, or her car. Within days, reports began. A woman resembling Tammy was seen walking down Highway 25, disoriented, alone, wearing a similar outfit. Multiple calls came in. None could be confirmed, not one. Another witness said they saw a woman getting into a white pickup truck several miles from the home. Again, unconfirmed. No plate, no camera footage, just fading eyewitness memories and a ghostly absence. Theories exploded online. Investigators responded to every one. Theory 1, she walked into the woods and got lost, but the search was too thorough, too deep, too immediate. Dogs found nothing. Theory 2, she left voluntarily, but she didn't take money, transportation, ID, or medication, and no confirmed sightings ever followed. Theory 3, someone picked her up. This is possible and is one of the few theories police say cannot be ruled out. Theory 4, a medical emergency, something like disorientation, confusion, or panic, but her note was clear and legible, not frantic. Theory 5, a mental health crisis. This theory is treated with care. There were signs Tammy struggled, especially that year, but nothing in her records suggests she'd vanish without contact. Theory 6, foul play. Investigators explored every possibility. Friends, acquaintances, neighbors, co-workers, strangers. No evidence has ever pointed conclusively in any direction. This case sits at a crossroads between possibility and silence. Every theory reasonable, but none provable. Investigators return to it again and again. If Tammy walked for a walk, why lock the house? How lock the house? There are only 3 explanations. 1, she used a spare key from outside the house, but no such key was ever found or mentioned. 2, she locked it manually using the door's interior latch and pulled it shut from outside. Some doors can do this, but the Kingery family says theirs could not. 3, someone else locked it, before or after Tammy left, willingly or unwillingly. The door remains the most perplexing detail in the entire timeline. Multiple relatives later said the house that day felt wrong, still, silent, frozen in time. Tammy's coffee mug was still on the counter, her hair iron still plugged in, her shoes where she left them. It looked like someone who intended to return in minutes, not someone leaving forever. And the note, "Gone for a walk, be back soon." Investigators studied the handwriting. It matched hers. There were no signs of struggle, and yet she was gone. Most missing person cases leave some trace, a footprint, a witness, a camera, a scent. But with Tammy, nothing. The dogs tracked her scent only to the edge of the driveway, then lost it. This usually means one thing: she got into a vehicle. Whose vehicle? Why? Willingly or not? Those answers never surfaced. Tammy's husband, Park, was heavily scrutinized online, as many spouses are in missing persons cases. Police cleared him. He cooperated fully, passed polygraphs, offered his DNA, gave interviews, turned over records. His story never changed. He left home around 10, returned around noon, found the house locked, found the note, searched for Tammy, called family, called police. Investigators say there is no evidence contradicting his account. In the months before she vanished, Tammy experienced intense work stress, anxiety, tension in her marriage, severe fatigue, emotional struggles related to identity and pressure. None of these point directly to disappearance, but they paint a picture of a woman who needed support and perhaps felt she didn't have room to breathe. Friends say she was overwhelmed, exhausted, trying to balance too many burdens. Whether this played into her disappearance, no one can say with certainty, but it is part of her story. Nearly a decade has passed. Tips have come and gone. Most were dead ends, some unverifiable, some hopeful. None cracked the case. Her family still holds vigils, still searches, still answers calls from strangers claiming to have seen someone who looks like her. And every year that passes makes the mystery deeper, not clearer. The Tammy Kingery case resonates because it feels like a story that shouldn't be possible. A woman leaves her home in daylight, leaves everything behind, walks into a rural landscape where roads are long and houses are few, and disappears without a sound. Cases with this level of stillness, this level of quiet, stick with people. It's the feeling that something should have been found, a shoe, a scrap of clothing, a direction, anything. But instead, there is nothing, just an empty house, a handwritten note, a locked door, and silence. There is no confirmed evidence of foul play, abduction, suicide, voluntary disappearance, accident, involvement of any known person. Every theory is possible, none are provable. This case sits in the rare space where no evidence exists, not contradicting, not supporting, not pointing in any direction. And that makes it one of the most mystifying disappearances of the last decade. Tammy Kingery was a mother, a daughter, a friend, a woman who mattered deeply to the people who loved her. Whether she walked away, whether something happened to her, whether the truth has simply not surfaced yet, her story is not forgotten. And until answers come, if they ever do, this case will continue to haunt everyone who has followed it, because some disappearances feel like they were swallowed by the earth itself. Do you think Tammy left on her own, or that someone picked her up? Keep it respectful. Real family, real pain. Drop your thoughts below. For more detailed, respectful deep dives into unsolved mysteries, subscribe to the channel and hit the bell. We tell the stories of those who vanished and the echoes they left behind.